Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, here on the Bitcoin chart, we are currently still tracking a bullish scenario as highlighted in yellow, as well as a short-term bearish one. In both of them, I assume we are quite close to a low. Yeah, probabilities would suggest that we are quite close to a low. Again, whether we are getting another low or not, only the market will decide. Bottom line is that so far there isn't enough that's happened from the low this week, okay, in terms of upside structure to confirm that a low has really formed in this fourth wave. So let's talk about the short-term bullish scenario, and we will have to readjust those upside Fibonacci levels based on what we see in the chart right now. Because if this is the yellow scenario, and if we really bottomed in the fourth wave, well, then the parameters have changed because this year would be an extended wave too. Yeah? So for now, the price is still moving just between support and resistance. The resistance area hasn't changed at all. It's still between $83,718 and $85,474. And then we could possibly find support in the yellow scenario in this area between 78,185 and 81,022. Yeah, this would be micro support. We've got micro resistance and micro support. And to be honest, as long as we don't really break below support or above resistance, there's nothing that would give us really a clear indication how the market is deciding. But as I already mentioned earlier, the white scenario remains just at the moment the most probable outcome. Posted that earlier today here on X. Yeah, if you want to have some additional updates, even in between our market video updates here on YouTube, check out X. The X profile link is in the video description. Communication here was earlier today. Another low remains the most probable outcome for now. Yeah. So here you can stay up to date between videos. You don't get as many updates as in our gold membership. The gold membership includes various updates, more about Bitcoin, but also various additional updates, sometimes on-chain data updates and much more, live streams and so on. But here you can engage in discussions on X. So feel free to join us here for the conversation if you're interested. But yeah, let's go back to the live chart. What I wanted to share, no, that's what XRP. What I want to share is the microstructure. We want to dive into the microstructure in the yellow scenario before we talk about the white count. So let's do that first. Let's take a look at the micro or nano structure here for Bitcoin. And I mean, if this is a wave 2 still, yeah, support is clear. Normally in a wave 2, we don't want the price to break below the 78.6 retracement. But then I would probably have to go with the assumption that this is an A wave that unfolded there actually as a flat correction, a B wave, and we're now moving down in wave C. This, of course, to a degree speculative, and I think I mentioned it in the early update that, see, as long as we hold above support and below resistance, everything that's happening here is really just noise. And then you might say, okay, look, maybe this is a wave 1, a wave 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave C or something. So there is a chance it could find support somewhere around 80,180 or so. And I'm very much open-minded about the idea that we could have bottomed already. Absolutely. I mean, I've been the guy who's told you that the daily RSI, when it's oversold below 30, it typically would lead to a substantial bounce. Now we haven't seen that yet, but I also told you it is not very good for bottom picking. So just because the RSI is below 30, which it was on the daily chart, it doesn't mean that's the low. It just means in that area we're watching for a substantial bounce. It could be a corrective bounce, right? But historically, it's typically led to, I mean, at least 20, 30, 40% upside, even if it was just a dead cat bounce. And that's still what I'm watching for. Or maybe a rally to new all-time highs. I mean, again, refer to our daily chart updates for that. But yeah, I mean, open-minded about this, the idea of a wider wave too, but what we've seen in recent weeks, whenever the price had a chance to break out and then failed, and okay, it widened the wave two and then failed again, and essentially it broke very often, and when that happened in the past. So in the white count, that obviously shifts the focus to the white count. In this count, the price formed the WXY structure to the upside from this week's low. WXY, and the Y wave would be an ABC. It doesn't count that well as the white count, I have to say. So therefore, that's one of the reasons why I'm definitely giving the bulls here the chance. I'm tracking that scenario. But still, we are still overall printing lower lows, lower highs. The price could not break and sustain above the Monday high, and we could not break above resistance. So yeah, I think what's going to be important now in the next, let's say, 24 hours, 48 hours, is to see if the price can, when it goes a little bit lower, react to micro support and then generate an upside reversal to start a third wave rally. And it's important we're holding 78,185, and the 85,474 level needs to be broken to shift probabilities towards the yellow count. And then we have to see if the bulls can form 5 waves up to possibly 92, 93K or so, based on what we see right now, because this wave 2 is extending. So yeah, it's a range, and we're moving up and down, and between support and resistance, there isn't really much new stuff to add. It's really just noise. We need that breakout. So until then, we can only speculate. Let me know in the comments if you think we've bottomed already, or if you think we get another low. Yeah, hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And also, yeah, make sure that you follow us on X for additional updates. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.